Hello everybody, this is Phantom2502 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, to my progressive build tutorial. And in this episode we're going to get plastic and rubber automated. Right now, off screen, I added all the transportation to where we're building our oil setup. As you see, we're pretty much maxing out our coal generator power. And we're actually using a little bit of biomass at the moment, but not that quickly. No, that's not what I want to do. I just want to check my burner. Okay, kind of gotta get close, but not too close. So yeah, it's coming down, but very, 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 very slowly. Alright, so build for this episode is 4 coal power generators, a new building, refineries. We're going to need 4 of them. We're going to need an oil extractor and 2 water extractors. I think that's pretty much it for this one. We get 27 coupons. I guess we can look at that. Let's see. What can we buy in the shop with this? Oh yeah, while off screen we also got a 4th sand. Yay. Alright, anything useful? These wall mounts, clean pipelines, bigger billboards. Oh yeah, that's true, I forgot to do that off screen. Add signage to all of my containers. I think I'll do that after this episode then. Right. Got some of these, right? Shouldn't need those ones. And it'd be nice to have windowed walls at this point in the game. Modern catwalks. I think that's it. Ooh, 36. No, I want windowed walls. We'll get rid of the billboard set for now, I guess. Alright, let's get everything we need for the builds. Motors. Alright, we also need 3 storage bins. And since it's tier 5, tier 6, we're going to start going on this side. How much do I want? Just maybe there, maybe? Walk through right to there. Yeah, it gives good. Okay. There we go. Right. Need more iron plates. Might as well get some iron rods while we're at it. I might for other things. Should be okay. Yeah, we're gonna need more stuff for smart splitters. For sure. Where's AI limiters? Let's grab some more quick wire. Alright, that should work. At least for now. Or maybe a little bit more AI limiters. Just get rid of that spool. There we go. That should work. Reinforced iron plates. We need a bit. Yeah, let's grab all of them. Do we have enough beams? No, we could use more beams. Because it's easier to get level 3 items going. Alright, keep it at that. Come on. Nope, not bottom. Smart splitters. There we go. Level 3s. Right into storage. Alright, this one will be Petroleum Coke. Overflow. Rubber. Overflow. And plastic. And another overflow. Alright, that should cover storage for this. Yeah, we should probably get jetpacks unlocked. There's 1,000 cable and 1,000 iron plates.
Milestone reached. Fix-It has granted you the power of flight, provided you have a jetpack and the appropriate fuels. The jetpack refuels automatically while you are standing on a surface, and different fuel types will affect the jetpack's functionality. With this increased versatility, you will no doubt achieve efficiency levels previously unheard of.
I should mention also, while I was off screen, I used some of our bacon agaric, pale berries, and barrel nuts to make some inhalers. And I added inhalers to a possibility in your hand. We have 12 of them. Those refill your health completely, even if you only have a teeny bit left. Jetpack. Let's build one of these. And at this point, we'll have it replace our parachute. The only fuel at the moment is solid biofuel, but as we unlock more fuel types, it allows us to use those. Solid biofuel is the worst one for the jetpack. Alright, let's go check on our doggos. Alright, nothing really. Oh yeah, there's all kind of aluminum sheets. Put that in there. Alright, that should be pretty much everything we need up here for now. Alright, I guess let's improve the compacted coal belt to level 3. As to, we extended our hypertube network down to our coal area, and I extended it past to our oil area. Also changed up our compacted coal to go right first, because we do have to fill in the fuel in one of these so that we can fuel up our tractor. So we added in a docking station here, so we can give our materials from the oil. Another station here so we can load stuff from here to send to oil, which we will later, and then I have 2 more on the other side to get rid of stuff from here and then get stuff from the oil to bring back to here. Yeah, it's level 3s all the way. Compacted coal right now comes down here. Smart splits right and then overflows up and then joins it to here. Well, compacted coal, this line will eventually come over this way, but until we get turbo fuel, we don't really need compacted coal over in an oil section. Okay, that should improve all the belts. Alright, let's get over to the oil section. And let's take... Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Whoa, not what I wanted. Okay, let's try that again. This way. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a new research in. But it's going to be Logistics Mark IV. So I added all this road 4 wide. Power on the other side. And I use like the wall powers thing, so it's right on the edge of the foundation. So instead of the poles for the most part. There we go. So, 2 truck stations over here, all set. And I got a pipe for where the oil is. Right. Kind of want to keep this a little separate at the moment. Let's go get the oil section done. But we'll keep it off the grid for the moment because we're kind of, you know, maxed out the grid almost at the moment. And I only want to bring this online when we need to. I already checked where our oil is. Alright. There's our oil. It is an impure node. And we are going to put our oil extractor on it, which is 40 power. And put the pipeline there. Alright, once we connect those power poles to our grids, that will turn on. But let's get everything built first. We scanned for oil last episode, and that's where the node is. There's another one down here that's normal, and there's a second one up there that's impure. And then I just ran this along the beach, all the way back to base, or to their, well, not base, but to our new our oil outpost that we're creating. There's lots of oil in the Spire coasts over here. Alright, so we'll connect that power to our power grid later. Let's get our refineries going. So we need 3 over here. One rubber, which has 2 outputs. First thing that we've ever had with 2 outputs. 1 solid and 1 liquid. If any of either one backs up, it stops the machine and the other one can't be produced. So if we want to produce our rubber, we got to get rid of this heavy oil residue. And the only way, and make sure everything always flows. So any of the solid stuff that comes from these can't back up, or else the other thing will back up. But that's why everything goes into our sink at the end. So everything always flows. Alright, this one's going to be plastic. And this one's going to be plastic. Takes a total of 90 crude oil. And we turn that into 40 plastic, 20 rubber, and 40 heavy oil residue. Alright, let's get this going. Alright, there we go. So that's those three. We can attach these to the power grid, because it doesn't matter, because there's nothing going into them, so they're not really going to be running yet anyways. Just going to move up the maximum even higher. Okay. Next through here, we're going to want two pipelines, one for that heavy oil residue. There's going to eventually be a water line coming through here, so put two of those. Then we need one for solid products, like our rubber and our plastic. Okay, can we do 7? 1, 2, 5, 6, one more. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. 2 pipelines high. One of those. Belts. Did I not give myself enough cable for this recipe? Oh, I gave myself just enough cable. Well, that's not good. Well, I guess we might have to go back for a little bit. Alright. Pipelines. You know what? Maybe not having it the whole way would be better. Yeah, especially since I do kind of need them here anyways. Alright. Put them all together. Because we'd have the heavy oil residue come out. Alright. Then on this side, another refinery. Why does it say I need 2 more refineries? I thought we only put 4 on. Well, maybe that'll help on the... No, it won't help on the cable. Alright. This side, I guess maybe go halfway.
Think, you could build more.
That should give us enough space on this side for things. And on this side... Yeah, okay, so this one's going to be Petroleum Coke. It takes in 40 heavy oil residue and turns it to 120 Petroleum Coke a minute. And that'll get rid of all of our heavy oil residue, as long as the Petroleum Coke doesn't back up. So that goes in there. Alright, now... One, two... 1, 2, 1, 2, temperatures. Control to line it up. Also works for pipes. Alright, that attaches all of that. That'll be a 60 belt in the end, so let's make it level 2 just in case things back up. Alright. This one. We're also going to need probably 2 levels of stuff in here. Let's see, fuel. Let's see, water, then fuel. Then what? Turbo fuel? Yeah, turbo fuel will be on a second level. Yeah, let's do 2 levels. And then that one. Put a smart splitter down here. Level 3 belt, just in case it backs up. Any forward and overflow, maybe left, yeah. Alright. How far do we want this one to go? We'll figure it out in a little bit. Okay. Foundations. Zoop for a little bit. There we go. On this side, we'll put coal generators. And this is the one I'm going to be slightly short on. Alright, so that's going to be that. Let's put them like over here, I guess. And don't really. Do I have wire? I guess I do have wire. Hold on. Let's get ourselves a craft bench. Let's just make some wire. A cable. Gotta have wire, right? No, I'm not out of wire. There, cable. Gotta connect everything up, so let's just give ourselves extra. There we go, should be enough. Alright, I need one more coal-powered. Now you're probably wondering, why coal-powered generators? I thought we were doing oil now. Well, there is a third fuel type now. Petroleum Coke burns right at 25 per minute, and it's a product that we have to do to get rid of that heavy oil residue to make our plastic and rubber. So, because we're making 120 of it, why not get some power out of it? At 25 per 4 is 100, and then 20 of it will go into storage. And these don't get extended, so 3 is enough. 5 each. Just to make sure that the same belt's coming out, do that. Alright, level 3 belt out. Level 3 walkway, or conveyor lift. Let's see, pipes. There we go. This will be water for our coal generators. Just say Petroleum Coke generators. Alright. It's going to be Petroleum Coke. The overflow is going to go this way. Need a merger. That's good enough. And that can be level 1 because only 20 a minute coming out of that. Alright. Right. Okay. That's what I want out of that. Let's put that one there. And I want a merger up here. Right about in the middle. Then get rid of these sections. Oh, right. Forgot I had to put one in. Put one there. Guess we're kind of forgetting to check on our doggos. Alright, and level 2 going out that way. Alright, so it'll be 80 a minute of stuff coming out. That's all good for now. Alright, and then we gotta have it go in. Perfect. Alright, that's everything for here. For now, that should get everything back to base. Not really everything though. Let's let's see. That's like that. A whole bunch over here. I didn't need all of that, I don't think. Oh, right, I think I ended up building these a little bit too far this way to what I wanted. I wanted them off the path. Oh well, this will still work. Does mean that I don't need probably this last row. Alright, still gotta put water extractors in. And for some reason, there was an extra refinery put in. Don't need that. Hold on. Minus. There. Alright, water extractors. Let's do there. Looks pretty much perfect. Alright, we'll put this one going out and zoop it. Alright. That one there. That one there. That one there. Water pipes. And we need a second water extractor. Alright, that will be everything we need to get our oil section going. Alright, we already powered those three. Power that one. You are going to come over here. And power to these. Okay. That one's going to come this way. And power these. Might as well power all of them. And you. Alright, that should power our oil plants. We will be using a bit of our biomass for now until our coal or our generators turn online. There's 300 more power coming in, which means it will be instead of 975, 1275. Still not as good as the maximum consumption, but should make things okay once oil gets pumped out here. Yeah, I guess in the meantime we could go back to base and check on our doggos. Been kind of ignoring them this episode. Went 30 minutes without checking on them. Alright. Doggos. It'd be nice to get 5th Sam. Nope, not yet. I think that's it for now. Right, we didn't put our next research on here. Logistics Mark 4 is next, so we can improve our belts finally. And it gives us trucks. But we'll use trucks later once our tractor gets full with the too much oil stuff, but won't be yet. Alright, let's go back and check up on our oil stuff. Hopefully it's there by now. Oh, not what I wanted. Great. There. Not the way I wanted to go. There we go. Hopefully our oil stuff is working. We need 200 rubber for the next unlock. At 20 rubber a minute, that's like 10 minutes. Alright, have we actually gotten any oil yet? Anything? Well, they're not filling up quick. How much is an impure oil node doing? We do need 90. Maybe that's our problem. Maybe I needed power shards. $60. Yeah, I do need a power shard. Alright, I don't have anything on me. Hold on. Could just go up here and get this one, or this one. There we go. Okay, and then make a craft bench. Make myself a power shard. Put a power shard in here, and go straight up to max. And now that's 90 a minute, and that's exactly what we need now. Okay. That should help things out. Alright. Are we up to 90 yet? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, we're starting to... Oh, right, this is going to have to back up first, I think. Because we're going to split evenly. Now, either way, we should be making something. Making a bit of petroleum coke. Which means some of these are generating power, maybe? Alright, power's going up somewhat, I guess. Should go up to 1275 at the high. Well, I think that's going to take a little bit to get out. We're just going to go back to base, do the last doggo run, and call it an episode. I think that's just going to take some time to hash out everything. if we have any plastic or rubber in our storage yet. There's our base. Alright, let's go check up on our doggos. Maybe we can get a 5th SAM. Nope. Some rubber. Nothing much. Actually, we kind of need rubber right now, don't we? Stuff coming in now? Not yet. Has not made its way over. Alright, I guess we'll end the episode here. Next episode, we're going to finally get plastic and rubber in. I might wait a little bit just so that we do get some to start off the next episode. And we're going to be automating circuit boards. And upgrading our belts to Mark IV using Logistics Mark IV. I'm Panda2502, and see you next time.